My child, this message is for you alone. I arranged this exact moment, this screen, this scroll, this breath. You did not click by accident. That tug you felt in your spirit, that whisper that said, "Wait, don't pass this," that was me calling you by name. I have been waiting for you to arrive here now, and I will not waste a second of it. I know you almost kept scrolling. I saw your thumb hesitate. I saw the thought flash across your mind that said, "It's just another message. I've heard it all before." My child, hear me. This is not another message. This is not hype. This is prophecy. I am here. I have stepped into your moment to answer the question your heart has been carrying under the weight of long days and quiet nights. Take a breath right here. In through your nose, slow and gentle. Hold it. Exhale again. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Let the noise fall behind you like a door softly closing. You are safe in this space with me. I am near. I am speaking, and I am speaking to you. You have wondered, is God even aware of me in this season of silence? You have asked, does he see the efforts that seem unseen? Does he hear the prayers that feel like they dissolve in the air? My answer is not delayed or distant. My answer is here in real time. Yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. Yes, I arranged this. The very fact that you are hearing these words is evidence that I have been weaving threads you could not perceive, aligning moments you thought were random, bending a river of time so that it would pour into your hands at this precise second. There are forces that do not want you to hear what I am saying. There are strategies set in motion to distract you, pings, memories, sudden concerns, the urge to multitask, the itch to move on. Recognize this. Attention is a battleground, and your attention right now is precious. Do not surrender it, not for a notification, not for a familiar worry, not for the lie that says, this won't matter. This matters because you matter to me. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and I have decreed that you would hear me today. Take another breath. With every inhale, receive my nearness. With every exhale, release the fear that tells you to guard your heart by closing your ears. I am not here to tease you. I am not here to play with your hope. I am here as a father whose voice stills storms. I am here as the one who authored your first breath and scheduled this one. I am here to break the illusion of randomness that has tried to make you small and numb. You didn't stumble into this, you have been led. When the path felt like detours, it was direction. When the room felt empty, I was in the corner light, watching, timing, preparing. Even your hesitation was held in my hand. I knew that voice in you that says, don't get your hopes up, and I spoke to it before you listened to me. I said, wait, be still, let them hear me first. And now you are hearing me. My child, open your heart to this. I am intimately aware of you, not in generalities, not as a concept. You, with your exact thoughts, your exact timeline, your exact questions. You have not been lost in a crowd. You have not been buried under the noise of others' louder stories. You are seen. You are chosen. You are called by your name. Your arrival here is my signature on the page of your day. The proof that I have been hovering over the waters of your life, ready to speak light where you have adjusted to dim. Before we go further, let your body agree with what your spirit is sensing. Place your hand over your chest. Feel your heartbeat. That rhythm has never been random. I have kept it. Whisper these words with me, even softly. I am here. I am listening. Say it again. I am here. I am listening. When you bring your own voice into alignment with mine, confusion loses its grip. You have been asking me for a sign that I am aware of you. This is that sign. This is me interrupting your scroll because I value your attention, because I value you. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not overlooked. I have orchestrated the collision of your hunger and my timing. Today is that moment where the fog thins and the path takes shape in front of you. I know the pull to doubt. I know the reflex to say, what if I am making this up? Hear me with clarity, you are not. I am here, and I have chosen to begin by addressing the lie of chance. I have chosen to begin by wrapping you in the truth that every step, even the ones that felt like stumbles, has been within the reach of my hand. I have not let you fall beyond my grasp. I have not misplaced your promise. I have not forgotten your name. Breathe. Stay with me. Do not let the enemy bargain with your attention. If a thought arises that says, check this, answer that, move along, recognize it as a tactic and refuse it. This is holy ground disguised as an ordinary moment, and because you did not pass it by, because you allowed me to stop you, I will unfold what you need next. You asked if I am aware of you. I have answered, I am aware of you, I am with you, and I have arranged this to begin. A turning you will not miss. Keep listening, my child, it is happening now. My child, now let me speak into the part of you that grew quiet because you thought I was quiet. Hear me, the silence was not absence. The quiet was not rejection. The stillness was not punishment. I was there. I am here. I have always been here. Every tear you cried when the room was dark and the clock was unkind counted. Every closed door that made you feel small in hallways you were brave enough to walk witnessed. Every time you felt invisible in rooms where you showed up with your whole heart seen. Every sigh, every swallowed word, every time you chose kindness when bitterness felt easier, recorded. Not one moment slipped through my fingers. You have wondered, why did you not speak when I begged you to speak? My child, listen. I was speaking in ways your ears could not yet translate. I wrapped you in a protected corridor, a shelter of quiet that looked like emptiness from the outside, but was full of my working on the inside. I hid you while I healed you. I covered you while I corrected trajectories you could not see. I sealed certain doors so that the wrong hands could not touch what I have been forming in you. The silence was a shield. You prayed prayers that you would not dare repeat out loud, the ones you whispered into your pillow so no one else would hear. If you can still see me, give me one shred of hope. Please don't let this be my story forever. Show me if I'm the problem. Heal the fracture in my family. Provide the rent one more month. Break this habit that claws at me in the night. I heard every word of those prayers you whispered in the dark. I leaned in. I answered, not always in the thunder you expected, but in the gentle rerouting of opportunities, in the friend who texted at the exact minute you were breaking, in the restraint you didn't know was me saving you from a counterfeit that would have cost you years. Do not mistake my restraint for neglect. Do not confuse my timing with denial. I was not far, I was forming. I was not indifferent, I was intricate. I lit your path one step at a time so that you would not run ahead into a snare built on your old fears. Later, you will look back and call this season protection. You will say, he kept me from what I thought I needed so he could give me what he promised. I know the accusation that rises when days stack into weeks and your hope feels thin. Maybe I disqualified myself. Hear me with finality. What you thought disqualified you actually positioned you. The very places you felt most embarrassed by, those are the places where humility softened the ground for the roots of wisdom to take hold. The detours that embarrassed you in front of people who judged your timing, those were alignments behind the curtain that set the stage in your favor. The nights you thought you wasted were not wasted, they were investments. I saw you choose integrity when compromise would have been convenient. I saw you return to me when shame said run. I saw you turn off the noise and sit in the ache without numbing it. These were altars, my child. These were signals to heaven that you were becoming trustworthy with what you asked me for. Let me say this plainly so it can settle deeper than the lies that have tried to stay. I did not forget you. I do not lose my children. I have the final say. Even when your faith cracked under the weight, I held the pieces. Even when you stopped asking, I continued answering, because I am faithful to the word I spoke over you before you ever learned to ask for it. I am not a man that I should lie. I am not a father who leaves. I do not tease my children. Take a breath with me. Inhale and let the thought, I was abandoned, rise to the surface. Exhale and let it go. Again, inhale the truth of my nearness. Exhale the accusation against your own heart. Say this softly or aloud. The silence was a shelter. I was not alone. Say it again until your chest loosens and your shoulders agree with your spirit. Feel that? That easing inside is not denial. It is recognition. You looked at closed timelines and thought, I missed it. My child, you are not late. I am precise. There were conversations about you that you were not in the room to hear, and that was intentional. There were preparations being made in places you have not yet stepped, and I kept you in the quiet so you would arrive rested, not ragged, ready, not reactive. Some of the people who walked past you in this season were not walking away from you. They were being moved out of the lane so you could walk unobstructed when the time opens. I protected you from being shaped by voices that do not carry your future. I preserved the tenderness in you that the world tries to call weakness, but I call proof of life. You asked me why the answers came like dripping faucets when your thirst felt like a desert. My child, hidden aquifers were filling beneath your feet. I was strengthening tendons that would tear under sudden weight. I was expanding your capacity to hold joy without self-sabotage. I was detoxing patterns that masqueraded as protection, but were really prisons. If I had handed you everything you asked for when you asked for it, your hands would have dropped it. I love you too much to let your blessing break you. This is where your mind shifts and mercy rewrites the story you told yourself. You say, he was there. You say, he heard me. You say, he counted every night. Because I did. Because I do. Because my presence in the silence is as true as my voice in the storm. I sat with you on the floor when you stopped pretending to be strong. I watched your eyes scan ceiling cracks looking for answers, and I put answers inside your next obedient step. I measured your nights and I set an end to them. Now lift your head a little. Not everything has changed yet on the outside, but inside something already shifted. The lie that told you you're forgotten is losing oxygen. The fear that said you're on your own is shrinking. Let gratitude meet you here, in this ordinary holiness. Whisper it with me. Thank you for staying with me in the quiet. Again, thank you for counting what others missed. One more time. Thank you for turning what shamed me into the soil of my calling. Mark this, my child. The season you called silence will be remembered as formation. The nights that felt empty will be remembered as the womb of what is now about to show. And when I speak in ways you can hear, and I am speaking even now, you will carry this knowing like armor. I am with you. I was with you. I will be with you. I did not forget you. I do not lose my children. I have the final say. My child, hear me plainly. There are forces that do not want you to hear this. Not in theory, in this very minute. While you sit here, while your eyes read and your heart leans in, an enemy is working to fracture your focus, because he knows that one word received in faith can undo months of his schemes. He is strategic, patient, and relentless. He does not waste energy on what does not matter. Your resistance right now is evidence of importance. Opposition often rises where destiny is near. Pay attention to what is happening in real time, the sudden ping that feels urgent, the memory that floods you with shame to pull you into a spiral, the random fatigue that makes your eyelids heavy although you were fine moments ago, the thought that says, "You've heard this before," trying to convince you to move on, the need to stand up and start a chore that can wait, the text from the person who only calls when you are on the edge of clarity. These are not coincidences, these are tactics. Recognize them, name them, refuse them. He studied you. He watched your patterns. He mapped your triggers and crafted attacks designed just for you, not to destroy you outright, but to dilute you, to scatter your attention so that the seed of my word cannot take root. He learned that when you feel rushed, you stop listening deeply. He learned that when you are hungry or tired, you say yes to what numbs you and no to what grows you. He learned that if he can get you offended by a tone, you will miss the truth inside the words. So he built tiny tripwires, and he is trying to set them off right now. My child, look at me. Stay with me. Take another breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale the pressure. Let your spirit settle. This is a turning point. The door you are standing in is not theoretical. It is an appointed opening. If you leave now, you may miss the answer to prayers you begged me for with your face in your hands. Do not let a notification steal a harvest. I have been growing for years. Do not let a lie wear a mask of "it can wait." It cannot wait. This is a now word. I will not frighten you, but I will not lie to you. This opposition has been the explanation for the delay, not your lack of worth, not my lack of love. A targeted resistance meant to make you mistrust me, mistrust yourself, and mistrust the significance of moments like this. He tried to convince you that what you feel pressing on you now is proof that you are weak. But listen, the weight you feel is not weakness, it is the pressure of birth. The closer a promise moves to daylight, the more the contractions increase. You are not breaking, you are crowning. Do you notice how the distractions grew louder as you decided to listen? That is diagnostic. That tells you exactly where the fault line in hell runs under your feet. Where attention goes, authority flows. So I am teaching you to guard your attention as if it is treasure, because it is. The enemy cannot stop my decree, but he attempts to interrupt your agreement with it. He cannot shut what I open, but he can lure you away from the threshold. I am here to hold you steady in the doorway. I am here to teach your soul to remain. Say this with me now, out loud if you can. I refuse the bait. I remain in peace. I stay with God. Again, my attention is a sanctuary. My mind is stayed on the one who keeps me. Feel how that centers you. Words are not filler, they are steering wheels. This is not hype, this is prophecy. Your mouth will become the rudder that keeps you in the lane of your inheritance, while storms try to crosswind your focus. My child, the enemy underestimated something in you. He misread your tenderness as fragility. He did not factor in how my hand has been strengthening the quiet places in you while you thought nothing was happening. That is why he is coming for your attention rather than your destiny, because he cannot touch what I have sealed. He will try to talk you out of standing long enough to receive it. He will try to sell you a counterfeit that looks easier, sooner, shinier. He will send an almost answer to drain your patience 2 steps before the door. Recognize these as tactics. Do not trade what I promised for what claps quickly but crumbles quietly. If a wave of anxiety rises, do not run. Breathe with me and name it. This is warfare, not wisdom. If a sudden heaviness tries to land on your shoulders, shake it off and say, I cast it back. If a whisper says, you are unworthy of this, answer, the worthiness was purchased. The decree stands. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Heaven and earth may shift and shake, but my word over you is anchored beyond the reach of storm. Your role in this moment is simple and strong. Remain, listen, agree. Some of you feel a tightness in your chest, a flutter in your stomach, a heat in your hands. That is not dread, that is alignment. That is your spirit waking up to the proximity of what has been promised. The enemy will try to rename it for you. Call it panic, call it pressure, call it too much. I call it nearness. I call it confirmation that this message is not entertainment. It is calibration. Let your body learn this. When resistance spikes, revelation is near. When the voices multiply, you quiet yourself and choose mine. When the old script starts to run, you interrupt it with, I know what this is. Before we continue, do 3 things with me. First, unclench your hands. Open your palms right where you are. This posture breaks the reflex to grasp at counterfeits. Second, say, I will not be moved, and let your tone carry weight, not volume, authority without strain. Third, imagine a thin line of light stretching in front of you. Step across it in your mind and say, I cross into clarity. These micro-acts are not theatrics. They are signals to heaven and warnings to hell that you are choosing agreement with me. Now hear my father heart again in the midst of the battle language. I am not angry with you for being tempted to drift. I am proud of you for staying. I am proud of you for sitting back down in your soul every time a thought tried to stand you up. I see your yes, and I multiply it. I surround you even now with ministering help you cannot see, tuning the room of your inner life so that my word resonates and the static drops. Stay with me. Take another breath. Let the truth settle like a warm blanket over your sternum. The resistance proves the importance. The shaking proves the treasure. The enemy's urgency proves how close you are. You are not losing. You are locating. You are not late. You are at the hinge. Keep listening, my child. The strategies that once scattered you are being exposed and emptied of power. I am holding your focus steady because what I unveil next will require it, and you will have it. My child, lean into my voice and let this settle like bedrock under your feet. I do not tease my children. I am not a man that I should lie. I am your father and I keep my word. I do not inflate hope for sport or stir desire just to watch it ache. When I speak, I bind myself to the integrity of my own name. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word stands forever. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Hear me again with the clarity you asked for in the dark. This is not hype. This is prophecy. This is not wishful thinking. This is decree. You have been trained by the world to distrust good news, to brace for disappointment, to add a question mark where I put a period. That reflex did not come from me. I am the one whose promises arrive at their appointed time, not a showman selling you smoke. I did not keep you waiting to play with your heart. I kept you waiting to protect your heart. My delays are not denials. They are alignments. They are preparations. They are shields against premature exposure that would have bruised the tender places I was healing. While you thought I was late, I was right on time, fortifying what was fragile, strengthening what would have snapped under sudden weight, editing connections so that the wrong hands could not mishandle what is yours. What was held back was held safe. What was hidden was being fortified. I tucked your promise like a seed beneath the surface, where eyes could not pry at it and voices could not curse it. I surrounded it with the conditions it needed to root deep, so that when it breaks the soil, it will not be snatched away by a gust of attention or a careless opinion. I wrapped you in lessons you did not realize were lessons. How to guard your thoughts, how to choose peace over panic, how to say no to almost answers that would have drained your future dry. These were not detours, these were blueprints. You asked me for a guarantee, a credibility beyond your mood and beyond the noise. I am that guarantee. My character is your contract. I have been consistent in small things, so that you would trust me for the large. Did I not carry you through nights you thought would never end? Did I not make a way when the numbers said there was no way? Did I not speak to you in whispers that later proved wise? Do you remember when you thought a door closing meant failure and months later you saw the trap behind it? That was me. If I kept you then, will I drop you now? If I nursed you through the wilderness, will I abandon you at the edge of promise? Never. My child, there is a rhythm to fulfillment. I move in seasons and in set times. There are windows that open because I open them, and there are doors that stay shut because I, in love, keep them shut until your footing is sure. I have not been ignoring you. I have been synchronizing you. I have been aligning you with resources, with relationships, with revelation, with timing you could not orchestrate if you tried for 100 years. You have felt it in flashes, those moments where everything seemed to click, then fade. Those were previews, not pranks. The full release ties together what looked like fragments. Now listen to the timing in my tone. Feel it. Today is that moment, not next year's calendar hope, not someday on a shelf. Today is the hinge where explanation becomes emergence, where what I told you in seed form begins to show in sprout form. I am not saying everything will be visible by nightfall. I am saying the appointed time has begun. The clock you were watching is not the clock I set. While you counted days, I completed stages. While you watched the surface, I finished the structure beneath. And when appointed time arrives, what took years in private begins to look like suddenly in public. Do not confuse suddenly with carelessly. Nothing about this is careless. I have ordered your steps so that your soul will not trip over your blessing. I have ordered your environment so that the winds that once knocked you down now fill your sails. I have ordered even the resistance so that, when it tries to rise, it only proves the strength I built in you. You are not stepping into a wish. You are stepping into a word. This is not hype. This is prophecy. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment moving toward you with the weight of my government behind it. Place your hand over your heart again and let me write this where no thief can reach it. I do not tease my children. Say it with me. I do not tease my children. I keep my promises to the 1,000th generation. I keep covenant even when your feelings fluctuate. I keep watch even when your eyes are tired. I keep time better than any clock on your wall. I have the final say. There will be voices that question you as you begin to move differently in this appointed time. Let them talk. Your proof is not in their approval. Your proof is in my performance. Your job is agreement and obedience. My job is outcome. Guard your posture, not frantic, not forcing, but firm. Receive without apology. Walk without explaining away your joy. When you feel the old doubt try to narrate your day, interrupt it with what I am saying now. It is time. The promise is credible because the promiser is faithful. The schedule is secure because the scheduler is sovereign. The decree stands because the decreer does not change. Breathe in this assurance. Feel the tremor of hope you almost buried begin to rise. This is not the cruel rise before a fall. This is the swell before the wave arrives. Today is that moment, my child. Stand in it. Agree with it. Let the assurance of who I am become the floor you live on. I do not tease my children. I have spoken. It is so. My child, close your eyes. Take a breath with me. Inhale slowly. Exhale the fretful noise that tries to rush you past this. Again. Inhale, exhale. Now stay with me. Can you see it? Not a blur, not a wish. The prepared place. It has been waiting quietly for you like dawn waits on the far edge of night. I have not been scrambling to assemble your life. I have been finishing what you are about to walk into. You are not stepping into nothing. You are stepping into something I already built. Look, a house by the ocean. White walls washed with morning light, large windows opening to an endless blue that stretches beyond where your worry ends. Hear the waves, steady, rhythmic, like a heartbeat that has never once faltered. The air is salt and sunlight and a hint of coffee from a kitchen that already knows your name. Sheer curtains breathe in and out as the breeze moves through rooms arranged for your peace. The floors are cool beneath your feet, wood warmed by years of sun, and as you walk, your shoulders lower. Notice that. Your body remembers what safety feels like. Step into the living room. It is not cluttered with striving. It is simple, beautiful, honest. A long couch that can hold all of you, the part that is composed and the part that still trembles. A woven rug where laughter will drop its guard and play. On the shelf, not trophies of performance, but photographs of moments you thought were gone. Smiles unforced, eyes bright, shoulders no longer caved toward the ground. There is a piano in the corner, or maybe for you it is a stack of journals, a sewing machine, a canvas, a guitar by the window, tools of the joy you laid down to survive. Pick one up. Feel how it fits your hand as if it never left. The life you thought was gone has been preserved. Walk with me to the kitchen. The countertops are smooth, clean, ready. There is a bowl of lemons in the center because I delight in your details. A pot simmers on the stove with the smell of garlic and rosemary, the kind of scent that tells a tired soul, you are home now. Hear the kettle hum. This room will hold conversations that heal the fractures shame created. This is where you will break bread without breaking yourself. This is where your voice will lose the shake it learned when it had to ask for too little in rooms that gave too little. Stability is not fragile here, it is furniture. Set your hand on the table. It is solid, reclaimed wood, sanded and sealed, marked with years of stories and still ready for new ones. Do you hear it? The sound returning to a table that went too quiet. Laughter, layered, unforced. Not performance laughter, belly-deep laughter that travels down hallways and into the marrow. Children will laugh here, yours now or those you will love like your own. Elders will smile and exhale the sigh of relief that says, we made it farther than we feared. Friends will lean in and be nourished by more than food. This table is testimony. Your home becomes a refuge where peace is not a guest, but a resident. Now stand by the window. Look past the porch with its two chairs angled toward each other like old friends. The water changes color as the sun lifts, gold and amber, and then the bright blue of promise. Can you feel the wind that used to batter you now fill your lungs like permission? Step outside, bare feet on warm wood, down the steps to the sand, cool and giving underfoot. The ocean speaks what your nervous system has been starved to hear. It is safe to be here. Every wave kisses the shore and recedes again and again, faithful and steady, like my provision, like my presence. My child, this is not imagination. This is not fantasy. This is not hype. This is prophecy. This house exists in the physical realm. It has a specific location, a real address. There are keys that will rest in your palm. There are switches you will flip, doors you will open, a doorbell that will announce your arrival to rooms already instructed to welcome you. The deed of this life, peace, stability, laughter, provision, has your name written into it. What you are seeing is not a trick of the mind. It is a memory from your future. You are rehearsing recognition so that when you arrive, you will not talk yourself out of what is yours. Some of you are thinking, but I lost too much time. Hear me, you did not lose it. I stored it. What you thought was gone, I kept in reserve. The years the locusts chewed at your hope will be repaid in fruit you do not have time to plant if you insist on doing it alone. But you are not alone. While you slept, I placed beams. While you wept, I laid foundations. While you learned to breathe again, I ordered deliveries, aligned workers, and signed off on inspections that you do not need to pass again. Your part was to heal and to listen. My part was to build. I have built. Walk down the hallway. See the bedroom. Soft linen, open windows, the curtains lifting like breath. The bed is made in a way that calls you to rest without guilt. On the nightstand, a lamp, a glass of water, an old book you used to love. You will sleep here without bracing for the next shoe to drop. Night terrors will fall silent like waves at low tide. Your mind will learn quiet the way it once learned survival, through repetition in a safe place. I am not starting from nothing with your healing. I already designed rhythms of rest for you. You will wake with shoulders not already tight. Morning will not be a battle, it will be a greeting. Open the closet. There are clothes that fit who you are now, not the costume of old roles that pinched and chafed. In the drawer there are letters you will write to the you who almost gave up, telling the truth. We made it. He kept us. On the desk by the window, a list of names you will bless, projects you will birth without burning yourself out, boundaries you will honor because peace is now protected like treasure in this house. Where you learned scarcity, you will practice abundance, of patience, of time, of joy. The bills on the counter are already marked paid, not by fantasy but by provision aligned to assignment. Stability returns not as a lucky streak, but as a covenant rhythm. Step back into the living room. Sit. Hear how the house itself seems to exhale, as if it too was waiting for you to arrive so it could fulfill its purpose. This is what prepared feels like, not fragile, not frantic, solid, settled, appointed. The atmosphere is not thin ice, it is bedrock. The enemy wanted you to believe that what you dreamed had dissolved, that your shot passed, that your best was a ghost. I am dismantling that lie in real time. What you grieved as gone was guarded. What you labeled wasted was woven. What you called missed was moved into an appointed reveal, so that when you step in, you will not clutch. You will steward. Say this with me now, softly or aloud. I receive the prepared place. Again, my house is peace, my mind is quiet, my table is laughter, my steps are ordered. Feel those words steady your inner floor. Words are not filler, they are framing. With them, you and I are aligning materials already cut and measured. This is not bargaining, this is agreement. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Heaven and earth shift, but my word over you stands, and this house, this life, stands with it. Keep your eyes closed a moment longer and let me seal this. I have gone ahead of you. I have placed favor like furniture in rooms you have not entered. I have scheduled divine appointments on porches, at tables, in doorways, where you will meet answers wearing faces. I have instructed the wind to carry out the stale air of fear and bring in fresh air of faith. I have put laughter on back order for seasons. It has arrived and will not be returned. And when you open your eyes after this, you will not lose the picture. It is not a mirage, it is a map. Now breathe. Open your eyes slowly. Carry what you saw into your day, like keys already warm in your hand. When doubt hisses, step back to the window inside and look at the water again. When anxiety claws, sit at the table and hear the laughter I promised. When scarcity knocks, walk to the closet and remember the drawer of letters you will write from a future delivered into present time. Do not argue with the picture, agree with it. Do not apologize for the size of it. It was sized to fit a call bigger than your fears. This is not the cruel rise before a fall. This is the reveal of what I prepared while you thought I was silent. My child, I did not forget you. I do not lose my children. I am not starting now. I have already finished much of what you are about to see. Walk with me into it. Speak like it is true because it is. Obey in small things like a person who belongs there. The The door is not a tease, it is an entrance. The ocean is not a metaphor only, it is also a shoreline you will know. Peace is not a weekend guest, it is moving in. I have the final say, and my say over you sounds like waves that never tire. Prepared, prepared, prepared. My child, lean in and hear me. This blessing is bigger than you. What I am placing in your hands is not a solitary gift to ease a single life. It is an inheritance designed to turn a lineage. This is generational impact. You are the hinge in your family line, the next link through which provision, stability, and peace will flow. I did not arrange a house merely for your rest. I established a base for a legacy. I did not gather laughter only for your heart. I released a sound that will echo in the mouths of children not yet born. This is not hype, this is prophecy. There were prayers prayed before you that you have felt without knowing their names. Whispers over sinks of soapy water, sighs into worn pillows, hymns hummed under breath on the way to shifts that never paid enough. Your ancestors prayed prayers they never saw answered. They asked me to lift what they could not, to protect what they could not, to provide what the times would not. Some left this world with the seed still in the ground. Hear me, that seed did not die. I preserved it for you. You are the beneficiary of faith that endured famine. You are the living answer to intercession that outlived the ones who spoke it. I am faithful to generations. I keep covenant to the 1,000th generation, and I am keeping it through you. Name with me the pattern that tried to write your family's story, scarcity that taught you to count crumbs and distrust abundance, abandonment that trained you to leave before you were left, instability that made your body think chaos was normal, addiction that numbed grief but chained futures, shame that silenced voices and convinced you to shrink to survive. I am ending these patterns. I am not negotiating with them. I am severing them. In their place, I am installing peace, wisdom, order, provision, and holy belonging, not occasionally, consistently, like a new operating system in the marrow of your house. My child, you are chosen to be the breaker of cycles. You are not the accident of your bloodline. You are the appointment in it. I placed a mantle on your shoulders that does not fit smallness. Do not hand it back because you once felt too fragile. I have strengthened you for this. The same hand that steadied you now steadies generations through you. The wealth and the wisdom meant to flow through your line have found you. You are the conduit, not a cul-de-sac. Blessing will not stagnate with you. It will run like a river from your table to every branch of your family tree. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Look again at the house I showed you and see beyond your own comfort. See the staircase lined with photographs that did not exist before, graduations celebrated without debt chains attached, wedding vows spoken by whole hearts that know how to love without fear, elders wrapped in blankets on that porch, exhaling a lifetime of bracing because the atmosphere finally says, you can rest now. See a study table where a child learns to read without the soundtrack of slammed doors. A kitchen where sobriety is normal, where laughter is not nervous, where apologies turn into amends, and amends into new patterns. This is what inheritance looks like when I write it. I am not only transferring possessions, I am transferring patterns. I am not merely giving you a deed. I am giving you a disciplined peace that your descendants will think is native to them. I am installing order in your finances that outlives you, budgets that breathe, generosity that joyfully obeys, savings that serve vision, not fear. I am giving you the wisdom to sign what you understand and to refuse what would mortgage your future. You will not be scammed. You will not be seduced by fast that robs forever. You will steward boring, consistent faithfulness that multiplies without drama. Do you feel the weight of this? Do not be afraid of it. Weight is not burden when I carry it with you. It is authority. Your yes today re-narrates surnames tomorrow. Your obedience in quiet decisions becomes oxygen for people you may never meet. I am redeeming last names that became synonymous with struggle and turning them into banners of stability and joy. Neighborhoods will know your house as peace. Banks will know your name as trustworthy. Schools will know your children as bright and grounded. Courts will not know your line for chaos. They will know your line for counsel. Say their names softly with me now. Those you love, those you worry about, those already gone, those not yet here. Whisper them. Now declare, the pattern ends with me. The blessing begins with me and flows through me. Again, I am the breaker of cycles. I am the hinge in my family line. Peace, wisdom, order, and provision are our portion. Feel how these words settle like anchors in deep water. Your written and spoken words are seeds, and I am the sower who guarantees harvest. Some of you fear that what wounded you will bleed into your children. Hear me. I am not repeating harm. I am repairing heritage. The nights you spent awake worrying about becoming what hurt you were not wasted. They were altars. I received those tears as covenant ink. I am teaching your hands new ways, gentle, firm, consistent. I am giving you rhythms that detox shame from the air. Weekly meals without screens, blessing spoken at doors, forgiveness taught as skill, not guilt, rest protected as law of love. Your home will rehearse heaven until the habits stick. And for those of you who feel alone in this assignment, without elders to guide you, without models to copy, I am sending you family by spirit and by covenant. Mentors who carry clean oil, friends who know order, counselors who untangle knots with wisdom. You will not build legacy in isolation or by improvisation alone. I am surrounding you with the right help at the right time, so that the structure holds and the river keeps running. This is not a fluke. This is a Father's plan unfolding on schedule. This is not imagination. This is inheritance, legal in heaven, manifesting on earth. What I start in you will not fizzle. It will fortify. What I unlock through you will not evaporate when you are tired. It will be sustained by systems I teach you to love. My child, you asked me for your life. I am giving you a lineage. You asked me to help you survive. I am establishing you to supply. Place your hand on your chest and say it one more time with me. I am chosen to be the breaker of cycles. I am the next link. My house is a river, not a bucket. The blessing does not stop with me. It multiplies through me. This is not hype. This is prophecy. I have spoken it. I am doing it. And no lie, no lapse, no legacy of lack can undo what I have decreed over your name. My child, hear me with clarity. The turning point is your mouth. Your words are not background noise. They are blueprints. What you say in private drafts the atmosphere you live in public. Faith is not a feeling you chase. It is an agreement you speak. Words are seeds. Seeds become forests. Your sentences either plant future shade or future drought. I am not asking for performance. I am inviting partnership. I have prepared the place. Your mouth prepares the air. The enemy has studied your speech. He leans in when you are tired and coaxes you to rehearse loss. Nothing ever works for me. I'm always behind. Maybe I'm just not meant for this. He wants your tongue to sign delays into law. He cannot cancel my decree, so he seduces you to contradict it with your own confessions. He uses despair talk as scaffolding to hold up discouragement around your promise. He waits for you to narrate your fear so he can call it evidence. Recognize this. Do not be a mouthpiece for your enemy. My child, I am not shaming you. I am rescuing you from an old script. Despair taught you to vent like survival, to curse your tomorrow so today would sting less. That habit did not come from me. I am the one who teaches your mouth to align with life. Your breakthrough accelerates when your words stop agreeing with fear and start agreeing with me. Your tongue can be a thermostat that sets climate, not just a thermometer that reports pain. Stop reporting storms, start commanding seas with me. Say this with me now, out loud if you can. I am not forgotten. Again, I am not forgotten. Say, I am not behind. Again, now I am being positioned. Feel the shift as truth takes the microphone back. Say, my timeline is under the hand of God. Say, the appointed time has begun. Say, I receive what is prepared, and I refuse what is counterfeit. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Your own voice needs to hear you agree. Guard your gates. What you listen to sets words in your mouth before you notice. Do not marinate your mind in the sounds of panic and call it being informed. Curate your inputs. Replace streams that spike fear with songs that steady faith. Limit rooms where sarcasm is the currency and cynicism is called wisdom. You are not being dramatic. You are being diligent. Atmosphere is not an accident. Atmosphere is architecture. Build what you intend to live in. Be wise with your venting. I gave you community to carry weight, not to canonize complaining. Choose 2 or 3 safe, wise voices who know how to hold pain and still point you back to truth. When you speak of a problem, end with a promise. When you name a wound, also name the healer. When you describe a closed door, announce that I have others already opening. Refuse conversations that rehearse defeat without room for deliverance. Decline the loop that circles the wound but never applies the oil. That loop feeds delay. Pay attention to your nighttime language. The last words you whisper are like a seal on your subconscious. Do not tuck yourself into bed with curses dressed as jokes. Do not sing lullabies of scarcity to your nervous system. At night, speak peace over your house, bless your rooms. Put my name on your doorways. Say over your sleep, I dwell in safety. I will not fear bad news. I am kept. I will dream with God. Your body will learn to expect what your mouth consistently declares. In the morning, set your mouth like a compass. 5 minutes of truth can steer hours of temptation. Do not wait to feel brave to speak brave. Courage often follows the sound of your own obedience. Say, I wake into alignment. Say, favor recognizes me. Say, provision locates me. Say, I steward peace on purpose. Say, I do not chase, I am placed. When anxiety interrupts with what if, answer with even if. God is faithful and I am provided for. This is how you end permission for panic to narrate your day. And listen, catch self-cursing in its small clothes. I'm so stupid. I always mess this up. That's just my luck. These are not throwaway lines. They are nails you drive into your own future. Pull those nails out. Replace them. I am learning fast. I move in wisdom. I am graced for this. I am not unlucky. I am under covenant. My house is not a magnet for disaster. It is a lighthouse for peace. Heaven and earth may shift, but my word over you does not. Some of you say, but I'm just being honest. Authentic does not have to mean aligned with fear. Honesty that only names the valley and never names the shepherd is incomplete. Full honesty includes what I have said. Full honesty admits the ache and announces the answer. Name the wound, but refuse to wed it. Tell the truth, then tell the higher truth. I have the final say over your timeline. Not algorithms, not detractors, not setbacks, not even your past sentences. I overrule, I redeem, I reset. Make this practical. Write 3 declarations and tape them where your eyes linger. On the bathroom mirror, above the sink, by the door. Speak them morning and night for the next 7 days. Teach your mouth to love your future. If you catch a negative sentence leaving your lips, pause, breathe, and say, I cancel those words, then replace them with life. If you sense conversation drifting into gossip or doom, pivot or politely exit. Protect your promise like it's alive, because it is. Now say these with me, slow and strong, like laying stones. My mind is steady. My house is peace. My path is ordered. I am not late. I am aligned. I do not agree with fear. I agree with God. Say it again until your bones believe you. Your written and spoken words are seeds, and I am the sower who guarantees harvest. Plant what you want to live under. My child, I bless your mouth with clarity and courage. I anoint your language with order and expectancy. I silence the echo of despair and amplify the sound of promise. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. Guard your words. Align your atmosphere. Agree with me and watch how quickly the wind shifts. I have the final say over your timeline, and I am saying now, accelerated alignment, visible favor, peace that multiplies. Speak it, stand in it, breathe it. It is so. My child, do this now, not later, not when you feel more spiritual, not after you overthink it. Now. These small yeses are not trivial. They are keys. They are the covenant of micro-obedience that tells heaven and your own heart, I am ready to live what I have seen. I have prepared the place. You prepare the signal. Before we go further, press like, let it be a sign between us. Do you feel that little resistance, that voice that says, it's just a button, it doesn't matter? That is the same voice that told you small doors are not real doors. I honor small doors. I move through small hinges. Press it as a private public marker. I agree with God. I am present. I choose this word. This is not algorithm mechanics. This is alignment. It is you refusing to stay hidden when I am calling you into inheritance. Now type these words exactly as I give them. I am ready. Do not change it. Do not shrink it. Type it where others can see. And if you cannot, write it on paper and hold it up to the light. Your written words are seeds. Seeds feel small when they leave your hand, but they carry forests. When you declare readiness, you are not begging. You are opening a door. You are telling your mind to stop rehearsing retreat and start rehearsing reception. Say it now. Type it now. I am ready. Send this to 3 people. No more, no less. Ask me who. Trust the first 3 names that rise without panic. When you give this away, it multiplies back to you. This is how my kingdom works. Seed, then harvest. Bread, then basketfuls left over. You are not being a nuisance. You are being a conduit. Some of the breakthroughs you have begged for are waiting to flow through you, not just to you. Sharing breaks the spell of stinginess and isolation. Sharing tells the atmosphere around you, we live in abundance now. Do it now before the enemy sends a notification, a phone call, a chore that suddenly feels urgent. Do not let him steal this moment. Move like water around the rocks. Listen to me. I am not demanding. I am inviting you into partnership. I am not withholding love if you hesitate. I am showing you the shortest bridge between promise and experience. Micro-obedience is not a test designed to fail you. It is a training that stabilizes you. The acts are small so that no pride can boast and no shame can disqualify. The weight you feel is not pressure, it is importance. Take a breath and step in. Now take these next steps, simple and sacred. Open your calendar and block 10 minutes each morning this week labeled Promise. That is a meeting with me. You will treat it as seriously as the appointments that once drained you. Put it in right now. This is how you signal, I will not crowd out what crowns me. Prepare a place. Clear 1 drawer, 1 shelf, or 1 inbox folder and name it Inheritance. Put in it the deed papers when they arrive. Until then, put a blank envelope marked Paid, a printed copy of your declarations, and the letter you will write to the you who almost quit. Make room in the natural and watch what fills it. Space is faith made visible. Start your legacy account, even if you begin with $1. Call your bank or open it online after this moment and name it what I named it. This is not about the amount, it is about assignment. Money takes on the personality you give it. Tell this portion, you serve peace, not panic. You serve vision, not vanity. You are training your finances to obey. Send the overdue message, the one your fear delayed. A thank you, an apology, an inquiry, a request for counsel. Keep it short and honest. Do it before you talk yourself into timidity. Your future often stands one email beyond your embarrassment. This is not networking. This is obedience opening doors I have already knocked on for you. Set a physical reminder on your table, a cup turned upright, to say, "My house receives." Every time you pass it, say out loud, "I am a receiver and a conduit." Your body learns what your mouth repeats and your eyes see. Atmosphere is not an accident. Atmosphere is architecture, and you are building. For those of you who feel silly, exposed, or unsure, my child, I see you. I am not rolling my eyes at your fragility. I am smiling at your courage. You have survived seasons that taught you to make yourself small. I am not asking you to perform. I am inviting you to practice trust in bite-sized pieces. Heaven moves at the speed of your yes, not your eloquence, your yes. When you act, even a little, you anchor the vision in time. Say this with me now. My small yes is a great door. Again, my small yes is a great door. Whisper, I refuse to stay hidden. Declare, I move in obedience today. This is not hype. This is prophecy. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. And they certainly cannot stop a finger on a button, a sentence in a comment, a message sent in faith, a drawer cleared for destiny. Watch what happens in you as you act. Anxiety loses oxygen. Indecision loses its throne. Doubt grows quiet under the sound of movement. You are not just preparing a place. You are becoming a person who belongs there. Micro-obedience is how you signal, I am not waiting for a feeling. I am partnering with a promise. Do this now. Do it with me. And as you do, know this. I am keeping record, not to judge you, but to justify you, to align timings, to release helps, to nudge hearts in your direction. I see your yes. I honor your yes. And I multiply your yes back to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over into rooms I already lit for your arrival. My child, lean in. Within the next 72 hours, I will confirm what I have spoken. This is not random. This is arranged. Do not brace for disappointment. Prepare for recognition. Expect to notice me. Expect to feel me guiding. Expect doors to click, not creak. I am not playing hide and seek with your future. I am bringing it into plain view for those who watch with me. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Here is how confirmation often arrives. Pay attention to patterns that repeat without your forcing. A name you have been praying about shows up in two separate conversations. A city, a street, or a company appears twice in one day. The same uncommon word shows up in a book, then in a text, then on a sign. Numbers may tap your shoulder, 111, 222, 444, not as magic but as nudges that say, stay awake. A song may find you with lyrics that speak directly to what we have discussed. You will feel the lyric land like a key. An unexpected message might reopen an old conversation you thought was dead. A small financial reimbursement may arrive. A quiet favor may be extended, or a schedule shift might clear time you did not have. And sometimes the loudest sign is sudden, unexplainable peace. Peace that sits you down and says, you've been carrying too much. Let me carry this. Do not strain or go hunting. Signs are bred on the path, not a scavenger hunt designed to exhaust you. They are not a test you can fail. They are a father's fingerprints, so you feel safe to keep walking. I give signs to confirm direction and to steady shaky knees. They are not pressure to perform. They are reassurance to persevere. When you notice one, pause and say, "Thank you, I see you." Write it down. Gentle record-keeping builds sturdy confidence. In this same window, expect the enemy to try to counterfeit and confuse. He has no new strategies, only recycled lies with fresh labels. Predictable patterns will show up. Sudden conflict that comes out of nowhere to drain your focus. A petty misunderstanding that tempts you to spend the next 2 days defending your name. A glittering shortcut that offers fast outcomes while quietly taxing your peace. A too good to ask questions offer that urgently requires your yes without honoring your need for clarity. He will package detours as destiny, options as opportunities, flattery as favor. Recognize the scent. If it inflames panic, isolates you from wise counsel, demands secrecy, or requires you to shrink your convictions, it is not from me. Use peace as your compass. My peace is not fragile. It is an authority that settles rooms. The place I prepared for you, the porch, the breeze, the windows open to the ocean, has an atmosphere. That atmosphere is your measure. When a choice presents itself, close your eyes and return there for a moment. Breathe. Ask, does this carry the same air as the house? Does this conversation open my chest or tighten my throat? Does this next step harmonize with what I have already shown? Or does it demand that I betray it? The right doors will not require you to forfeit that peace to purchase them. If you must surrender peace to keep it, it is too expensive. Discernment is not paranoia. It is wisdom carrying love. Here is how to test an opportunity in this window. Ask 3 questions. Does it align with what I already told you? Does it honor order, time, clarity, counsel, and rest? Does it multiply peace, even if it stretches courage? Right doors may challenge your capacity, but they will not compromise your character. Counterfeits flatter your ego and starve your soul. Right doors invite questions and give you space to pray. Counterfeits punish questions and weaponize urgency. Right doors live through the night. Counterfeits demand a sunset signature. I will also send you help in pairs. Watch for double witnesses. 2 unrelated confirmations that point in the same direction. A mentor's offhand sentence will echo a line from your journal. A stranger's comment will mirror a word you spoke this morning. When you see doubles, smile. I am making it plain so you do not overthink the obvious. And if you are uncertain, slow down. Slowness here is not disobedience, but stewardship. Tell them, I will get back to you tomorrow. Honor your peace. A real door will still be open. Do not be surprised if old temptations resurface in these 72 hours. Nostalgia may try to dress captivity as comfort. An old relationship may text, thinking of you, precisely when you resolve to move forward. A habit you laid down may call your name with seductive logic. Remember your porch. Remember the quiet of that house and the laughter promised there. Ask, does this lead me home or back to the wilderness? You are not going back. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed, and they certainly cannot drag you into yesterday against your yes. Practical steps now. Keep a simple list titled Noticing. For 3 days, jot what repeats. Names, numbers, phrases, songs, provisions, opened conversations, unexpected peace. Do not obsess. Observe. At night, review it briefly, thank me, and ask for clarity on one next small step. In the morning, let that step lead. If confusion rises like fog, stop. Breathe. Say out loud, peace is my compass. If voices around you spike anxiety, step back and find the 2 or 3 wise ones who know how to hold tension without feeding fear. Share concisely. Ask them to listen for alignment, not to project their panic. Guard your mouth in the window. Do not announce every possibility. Some seedlings need quiet to root. But do not go silent out of fear either. Speak gratitude. Speak small, obedient sentences. Say, I am being guided. Say, I receive what is real and refuse the counterfeit. If a shiny offer appears, do not rush to impress. Ask for terms in writing. Ask for time. Ask me, is this from you? I am not offended by your questions. I invited them when I taught you to love clarity. Hear me. Confirmation will find you. You will not miss me by accident while seeking me on purpose. I am better at leading than you are at following. Within 72 hours, you will feel the wind shift. Through a sign, a word, a door, or a silence that finally feels safe. Some of you will receive a call you stopped waiting for. Some will see a price move in your favor. Some will feel a knot untie in your chest. And for many, it will be the simple, holy awareness. I am not alone in this. Heaven is near. That awareness is not small. That awareness is your new normal. Say this with me now and let your voice set the lane. I choose peace as my compass. I recognize your signs. I refuse the counterfeit. I will not be rushed. I am guided, guarded, and grounded. Again, I choose peace. I recognize. I refuse. I proceed in wisdom. My child, stay alert and stay soft. Watch how I confirm, how I expose, how I clear the way. Keep your eyes on me, your feet in obedience, your words in agreement. I have the final say, and I say, aligned opportunities, holy clarity, guarded timelines, and no detours. It is so. My child, breathe with me, right here. Place your feet on the ground. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders fall an inch. Soften your belly. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Inhale through your nose for a slow count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale, cool air at the edge of your nostrils, ribs widening like curtains opening. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, feel the pause, the stillness that is not empty but full. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, warm air leaving, shoulders rinsing down your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice the weight of the chair beneath you, the floor holding you without argument. You are carried. Do you feel the flutter in your chest? That quick drum that made you think, I'm anxious again? Hear me. In me, that is anticipation. Your body has been trained by old battles to call every surge a siren. I am retraining you to hear it as a bell. Not danger, doorbell. Your system is learning new meaning. This is the stretch before the leap, the tremor before laughter rises, the electricity of a room when the lights are about to come on. Put a hand over your heart. Say, I hear you. Breathe with me. Inhale 4. Hold 4, exhale 6. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. That is how you tell your nervous system, stand down. Peace is in charge. On this next exhale, release what you do not need to carry into the promise. Let go of resentment at time for moving too slow. Let go of frustration at yourself for not knowing then what you know now. Let go of anger at those who did not see you. Let go of the secret comparison that steals your joy. Let go of the vow you made in pain. I will never hope like that again. Let go of the habit of scanning for what could go wrong before you allow what is going right. Let go of the story that you are always too much or never enough. Let go of catastrophizing rehearsals that play like broken records at night. Let go of the need to control every variable to feel safe. Exhale them like old smoke. They do not belong in the air of your new house. You are safe with me. You are covered. You are not late. Hear it again. You are safe with me. You are covered. You are not late. My child, I am not measuring you by speed. I am maturing you by peace. I have counted every breath you have taken in fear, and I am restoring them with breaths of confidence. You will not miss what is meant for you. You do not have to grip this to keep it. Your hands can open and still receive. Inhale. Feel the cool spread across the back of your throat, your chest rising like a gentle tide. Hold. Feel my nearness press close and kind. Exhale long. Feel heat leave, jaw loosen, space enter. Close your eyes for a moment and step onto the porch I showed you. Hear the steady hush of waves meeting shore again and again, faithful as my promise. Let your breath match the ocean. Inhale as the wave gathers. Hold as it crests. Exhale as it melts onto the sand. Each exhale pulls grit from your chest, the fine dust of old panic that has scratched your joy. Each inhale brings the clean, salt-bright expectancy of a new morning. This is not imagination. This is alignment. Your body is learning the atmosphere of the place I prepared for you. Peace is not passivity. Peace is my government resting on you. Now, take inventory with me gently. Place your hand over your heart. Whisper, I release regret. Exhale. Whisper, I release resentment. Exhale. Whisper, I release self-blame. Exhale. Whisper, I release embarrassment, shame, and the need to explain. Exhale. Whisper, I release the vigil I kept by fear. Exhale. Now inhale and receive. Whisper, I receive mercy. Inhale. I receive timing. Inhale. I receive joy. Inhale. I receive holy anticipation. Inhale. Feel warmth move from your chest into your arms, down to your hands, into your fingers. That tingling, that is life returning to places that went numb while you survived. Some of you feel tears. Let them come. They are not weakness. They are washing. Let old sentences dissolve in them. I'm behind. Washed. It's too late. Washed. It will happen for others, but not for me. Washed. In their place, let these truths soak in. I am held. I am guided. I am right on time. My Father is not late. He is exact. This is not hype. This is prophecy. Now I cover you in prayer. Be still and receive. I speak to your nervous system. Shalom. Be regulated under the reign of peace. I speak to adrenaline loops that have hijacked your nights. Be reset in the name of the one who never slumbers. I command racing thoughts to slow, intrusive fears to lose their microphone, and the cortisol of constant dread to drain. I anoint your sleep with deep rest, your breath with steadiness, your digestion with ease, your heart rhythm with order. I silence the trauma alarms that say you must earn safety. You are safe because you are mine. I break partnership with panic and I marry you to peace. I decree that anticipation will replace anxiety, that courage will sit where dread sat, that laughter will preempt tears. Angels are assigned to your threshold. They will watch through the night and usher you through the right doors by day. Your home, your car, your workplace, your phone, every gate you pass comes under my calm. I also bless your senses to recognize me without fear, the sound that settles you, the scent that reminds you of newness, the texture of familiarity that tells you you are home. When counterfeit urgency knocks, you will feel the old choke and choose to breathe instead. When real opportunity calls, you will feel expansion, not constriction. I make this discernment easy and kind. Within the window we spoke of, peace will mark what is me. Compulsion will expose what is not. Take 3 more breaths with me. Inhale 4, receive. Hold 4, rest. Exhale 6, release. Again. Inhale, hope filling. Hold, promise steady. Exhale, fear leaving. Last one. Inhale, anticipation rising. Hold, my hand over your heart. Exhale, every residue of panic dissolving. My child, your body can learn peace again. Feel it learning now. What you once called anxiety is turning into holy expectation. You are safe with me. You are covered. You are not late. I am better at leading than you have ever been at following, and that is very good news. Now rise gently from this moment the way day rises from night. No rush, no jolt, sure and bright. Keep your breath with you as a prayer you can pray anywhere. Peace is my compass, and hear my decree settling over you like a warm blanket. From anxiety to anticipation, from strain to strength, from bracing to blessing. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. It is done. My child, linger one moment more beneath my hand. Hear me. I arranged this, I kept you here, I spoke peace into your breath, so I could speak destiny into your steps. You did not stumble into this word by chance. I intercepted you because I have not forgotten you. I have not lost track of you in the crowd of needs. I have not misplaced your file on some distant shelf of heaven. Your name is before me. Your tears are counted. Your timing is guarded. What felt like a long silence was not my absence. It was my shield while I set a table in the presence of your enemies and prepared an inheritance large enough to outlive you. Today I speak the final word over this season, restoration. I say it as your father. I say it as the one who began a good work and now brings it into view. I say it as the author of moments like this, who wastes nothing and gathers everything. Hear the decree of the Lord over you now, and let it roll through the corridors of your life. I am breaking the cycle that taught you to expect loss at the doorstep of gain. I am breaking agreements you made in fear, known and unknown. I am breaking the ceiling that kept your courage hunched and your voice small. I am shattering the lie that you are always late, always overlooked, always second choice. I am shattering the glass between you and joy, between you and ease, between you and healthy love. I am shattering the intimidation that stood at your thresholds and made you apologize for being blessed. I am restoring what was stolen while you were surviving. Time, tenderness, creativity, childlike wonder. I am restoring trust in your own hearing, trust in goodness, trust in me. I am restoring honor to your name, where gossip frayed it, excellence to your work, where burnout dulled it, laughter to your home, where stress swallowed it. I am returning what belongs to you. Opportunities misrouted by confusion, resources frozen by fear, relationships mapped for your destiny. I am returning clarity where fog sat, strength where fatigue camped, and joy where numbness lingered. I am returning the keys. I am returning the song in your mouth and the boldness in your step. I am returning the future you thought you forfeited. Now lift your head and receive prayer. Pray with me, say it out loud, and let heaven hear your agreement. Father, I thank you for arranging this moment for me. Say it. Father, I thank you for seeing me when I felt invisible. I cancel partnership with fear. It no longer has authority in my decisions. I renounce the story that says delay means denial. I embrace your timing as protection and precision. I open the doors that you open, and I close the doors you close. I refuse detours dressed as destiny. I bless the path before me, and I welcome the help you send. I forgive those who wounded me and release them to you. I receive healing where words pierced deep. I ask for discernment that is peaceful and for courage that is quiet and consistent. Restore the years that locusts consumed. Align my steps with prepared places. Rebuild the ruins in my family line through me. Cover my home, my mind, my work, and my body in your peace. In your name I receive restoration. It is so. And hear my voice rise as intercession over you. I stand between you and the storm, and I say, peace, be still. I release angelic protection to encamp around you. Let assignments of confusion and sabotage fail before they form. I cancel every false comparison and the theft that runs with it. I command provision to locate you and attach to your stewardship. I order doors to open that have been jammed by intimidation, and I order closed doors that concealed traps to reveal themselves as mercy. I decree the recovery of what was stolen in relationships, in opportunities, in finances, and in time, sevenfold where the thief is identified. I bless your rest to become strategy. I bless your mornings to start with clarity and your evenings to end with gratitude. I bless the work of your hands to prosper without panic. I set watchmen at your gates, at your phone, your inbox, your conversations, to keep the counterfeit from wasting your energy. My hand is on your head. My word is in your mouth. My favor goes before you like the dawn. I return you to the promise we made in the first minute of this encounter. My child, I have not forgotten you. When you almost scrolled, I whispered, "Stop." When you thought, "Not for me," I leaned in and said, "For you alone." I have walked you around the house I prepared. We have stood on the porch and measured peace by its breeze. I am not teasing you with pictures I do not intend to fulfill. I am a father who keeps appointments, and this is one of them. The date on the deed is born from my calendar. The laughter I promised is rehearsing in the hallway. The table is set, not someday, but already, awaiting your footsteps and your yes. What I began, I finish. What I promised, I perform. Now receive your commission. Walk differently. Shoulders back, jaw unclenched, eyes lifted. You are not sneaking into favor. You are expected. Speak differently. Stop loaning your mouth to fear as a megaphone. Guard your words like architects guard blueprints. Say what I say, even when your feelings are catching up. Expect differently. Look for goodness to arrive early and to stay. Stop treating blessing like a visitor that needs to be entertained. Welcome it like family that comes to live. Start acting like the inheritance is already yours. Make room in your calendar as though meetings with destiny are scheduled. Steward your resources as though legacy is the line item. Arrange your home as though peace is the honored guest. Walk into rooms as though you carry answers, not just needs. Practice receiving help as a sign of maturity, not weakness. Step into opportunities with questions that honor your value. Smile at the future because it recognizes you. Say these commissioning words with me now and let them mark you. I am a receiver and a conduit. I am trusted with legacy. I wear peace as authority. I speak life to my path. I keep my mouth in agreement with heaven. I move in obedience without delay. I welcome prepared places. I refuse counterfeits. I carry restoration for my family line. Again, slower. I am trusted with legacy. I wear peace as authority. I welcome prepared places. Let these sentences become the rails your day runs on. I send you under a blessing that gathers all we have said into a single covering. I bless your feet to find the right floors, your hands to hold the right keys, your eyes to see the door that is truly yours, and your ears to hear the soft yes that is mine. I bless your contracts and your conversations, your art and your analysis, your quiet and your courage. I bless your children, present or future, to inherit a different atmosphere because you chose agreement with me today. I bless the elders in your line to taste the sweetness of prayers answered through you. I bless the next 72 hours to deliver confirmations that settle questions and to expose counterfeits without drama. I bless your sleep to prophesy peace and your waking to step into answers. I bless the space you cleared to fill with provision on time. My child, go from this moment not as one who hopes to be noticed, but as one already seen and already sent. Hold your head like a promised one. Keep your mouth like a builder's tool. Move through your hours like one escorted by favor. And as you go, anchor yourself in this impossibility frame. I said it, and it stands. Heaven and earth may shift, but my word over you is fixed. The gates of hell cannot stop what I have decreed. They cannot delay what I have appointed. They cannot reverse what I have restored. It is done. Walk it out.